Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Tom Trento on 24 hours before the world may change in a very dramatic way. I'm shooting this real fast. As you can see, I'm holding it with my hand. No fancy production values today. But I want to just update you very, very quickly on what's taking place over the past few weeks and tell you what happened over this past weekend and introduce you to a critically important short video that's going to follow this little introduction. Last week, the 23rd of October, I was in Denver, Colorado, screening The Third Jihad, the sister film to Obsession, screening that to a wonderful group in Denver, Colorado. We're going to be doing a lot of work there in the future, so hello Denver, hang in there. We'll be back and see you. From there, I went to Columbus, Ohio, and a great group, anti-jihadi group, pro-American group in Columbus, Ohio. We had a rally on the 29th, Wednesday, October at the state capitol. Excellent group, coming back to Ohio. Going to do a lot of work there. It was a pro-American, anti-jihadi rally, and that seems to be the theme of what's important to save the West and save America. And then this past weekend, starting on actually Thursday the 30th, through yesterday, I helped Pamela Geller, AtlasShrugs.com, AtlasShrugs.com, I'll put that up, come to South Florida and do her great reverse schlep of the comedian Sarah Silverman's schlep down here. Sarah Silverman, a leftist Democrat, wanted to take a bunch of young kids from New York, bring them down here to South Florida, and tell their grandparents to vote for Obama. Pamela Geller, fabulous blogger, 36th largest political blog in the world, wanted to respond to that. We helped set up a couple of places where she did a presentation with Nedra Polar, phenomenal expat woman who is a Jewish woman who lives in France now. Pamela and Nedra teamed up to speak at several venues over the past few days. Their thesis was Obama presidency fatal for Israel. And they did a phenomenal job on presenting that material. From my point of view, from a national security perspective, Israel is the tip of the spear, if you will. They're the outposts for democracy in the midst of many, many, many enemies. It is critical, it is essential, it is imperative that the United States supports Israel organizationally, militarily, and doesn't change that, because the war we're in requires strength. Israel has demonstrated that, and whoever becomes the president, we need to continue to demonstrate that. And my view is John McCain does that much better. He'll put lead on target. So I helped them get some venues, but here's the point. Yesterday, less than a day from me making this little video right now, we were at the Boca Raton Synagogue listening to Congressman Jerrold Nadler. Jerrold Nadler from New York. Long time. I think he's been there 50 years or whatever. Probably 4 or 5, 6 terms. He was speaking on Israel and how Obama is great for Israel. I could not believe the nonsense I was hearing. But, you know, this is America. You could say whatever you want to say, but we had some truth checkers and fact checkers there. And a gentleman walked up to Congressman Nadler after the presentation and asked him how Senator Obama could spend 20 years, 500 Sundays in Jeremiah Wright's church and not know the guy was a racist or an anti-Semite or hated America, basically. And I saw that question. I turned on my little trusty BlackBerry video and I filmed what you're going to see next. Pamela Geller put it up on her website, Atlas Shrugs. As of this minute, it's about noon on Monday, November 3rd. Over 50,000 people have seen it. She's trying to get it up on Hannity and any other news outlets. It's damaging commentary by Senator Nadler about the political courage or lack of political courage that Senator Obama has. You look at this, you make up your own mind. I'll be back with a lot of stuff in the future. Thank you very much. Tom Trento signing off.
I know against America. You didn't hear anything? Does that mean you never heard your rabbi either? How can you say? Come on. How can you say you don't hear anything?
You just interrupted him. You just interrupted him speaking to the congressman. Yeah, that's low. That's really low. Let him talk.
Let me answer your question.
Answer my question.
Again,
I'm very relaxed. So don't play games.
It's all over the radio. No, you can't. That answer's a stupid answer. You can't say you have no knowledge. It's on the TV. It's on the radio.
No, let him answer. Let him answer the question.
I have no personal knowledge of what I'm about to say. Not of the
okay.
So, what I'm about to say is my guess as to the answer to your question. My guess, knowing how politics works, and what I'm about to say is not particularly, complimentary to Senator Obama. Think of the history here. He's a guy who's half white, half black. He goes to Ivy League school, comes to Chicago to have a political career, to start a political career. Doesn't know anybody. Gets involved with community organizing. Why? Because that's how you form a base. Okay. Joins the largest church in the neighborhood. Got 8,000 members in the Senate district. Why do you join the church? Aside from you're pious, maybe? Because that's how you get to know people. Got 8,000 members, you get to know people. You start forming a political base. Now, maybe it takes a couple of years to start, Jesus, the guy's a nut. The guy's a lunatic. But you don't walk out of a church with 8,000 members in your district.
You don't
Why?
walk in, though.
You didn't know it when he walked in, presumably.
You don't have to go back.
You hear what I'm saying? He didn't have the political courage to want to make a statement of walking out. 20 years? Yeah, 20 years. Now, what does this tell me? Does it tell me? What does it tell me? It tells me that he wasn't terribly politically courageous. Does it tell me he agreed with the Reverend in any way? No. It tells me he didn't want to walk out of a church in his district.
So will he be politically courageous to do what he has to from the
What you're telling me is, excuse my language, he has no balls. That's what you're telling me. No, but that's what he's telling me.
You don't belong here. Walk out when you came. Sit down. You come in and interrupted him.